We just watched Jannik Sinner dismantle the field at the 2026 Miami Open, becoming the first man in history to complete the Sunshine Double without dropping a single set. The world is fixated on the trophy and his incredible 34 set winning streak at the Masters 1000 level, which has officially surpassed the previous records held by legends like Novak Djokovic. But while the headlines focus on the history, they are missing the how. Sinner won Miami Open 2026, but here are two things no one is talking about: the mechanical evolution of his forehand and the tactical efficiency of his serve. Today, we aren't just summarizing a match, we are going into the technical lab. I'm going to break down the mechanics of these two strokes to show you why he has become a physical anomaly. But first, we need to look at the drama of the final itself to see these weapons in action. By the way, if we haven't met, I'm Farhan Wahid. I have spent my life analyzing the technique and tactic of the game to help you understand what actually happens at high speeds. Let's get to work. In the final against Lehchka, Sinner secured a 6-4, 6-4 victory. But the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story. The match was defined by Sinner's ability to stay focused through two 90-minute rain delays. Early in the first set, Sinner was virtually flawless on delivery, winning his first 23 first service points in a row. But the real test, the moment that defined his mental and technical superiority, came in the fourth game of the first set. Lehchka played some inspired tennis and earned a love 40 opportunity. 3 break points. Most players would crumble under that pressure. Sinner responded with 5 straight first serves to save those break points and hold. In the 7th game at 40 love on Lehchka's serve, Sinner cracked a massive forehand winner that left no margin for error. By the second set, the pressure was suffocating. Lehchka tried everything: aggressive baseline hitting, frequent net approaches, and even serve and volleying on second serves. But rushing against Sinner is a mistake. Lehchka began missing half volleys and made 28 unforced errors compared to Sinner's 19. At 4 all in the second set, Lehchka missed a routine forehand approach at 30 all, handing Sinner the break. Sinner closed the match in style with 2 aces and a final volley. Now stay with me, because at the end of this video, I'll show you the exact technical reason why Sinner's serve in that fourth game completely broke Lehchka's entire game plan. But first, we have to talk about the 78-mile-per-hour rocket, the forehand. To understand why Sinner is currently untouchable on hard courts, we have to start with the forehand. He is averaging 78 miles per hour on this wing. That is 5 miles per hour faster than ATP Tour average. How? It's a system I call the Sinner Slingshot. First, the grip. Sinner utilizes a strong semi-western grip with his index knuckle on the fourth bevel, almost creeping toward a full western. This allows him the versatility to hit heavy topspin while still being able to flatten the ball out for penetration. But the real magic is a next-gen preparation. Most of you were taught a high, loopy take-back. Sinner does the opposite. His take-back is incredibly compact. During the preparation, his racket head is often horizontal or even dropped level with his hand. This compactness is a superpower on fast hard courts like Miami, because it allows him to take the ball early, on the rise, and rob his opponents of time. Then comes the tip flip. During the transition, the tip of his racket points toward the side fence while the strings face the back fence. In a fraction of a second, the racket head flips behind his own hitting elbow. This creates massive elasticity, generating power through rapid acceleration rather than pure muscle. To keep that 78 miles per hour rocket inside the lines, he tilts the racket face down at 45 degrees before contact and swings it up at steep 50-degree angle. This imparts the RPMs needed to make the ball dive into the court at the last second, making his shots feel heavy for opponents to time. Now, let's talk about the stroke that actually won him this tournament, the serve. In 2025, Sinner was already elite, but in 2026, he has reached a new peak. His first serve consistency has jumped to 67.5%, up from 61.9% last season. But the most terrifying stat is his ace output. He averaged 6.3 aces per match in 2025. In 2026, he is nearly doubling that, averaging 11.1 aces per match. At the Miami Open alone, he struck 70 aces, including 10 in the final. Technically, Sinner is utilizing what I call the X factor. He coils his body so deeply that his shoulders rotate past his hips, stretching his trunk muscles like a giant spring. As he uncoils, he drives his legs upward to release that hip power into the ball. He also uses his non-dominant arm as a reactive brake. Just before contact, he pulls his left arm in and stops his body rotation, causing the hitting arm to snap forward 1.5 times faster than muscle alone could manage. This surgical precision is why he won 92% of his first serve points in the final and saved 100% of the break points he faced. Even with the pressure of the automated shot clock, which starts just 3 seconds after a rally, Sinner's service mechanics never broke down. That Love 40 escape we talked about, it wasn't luck. It was the X factor mechanics producing 5 unplayable serves when the match was on the line. Sinner's 2026 run is a masterclass in modern mechanics. He has transformed the serve into a spear and the forehand into a high-tension weapon. He is now the youngest player in the Open era to win all major hardcourt titles, including 2 slams and 6 Masters thousands on this surface. If you want to see a deeper, frame-by-frame breakdown of how he generates that incredible elasticity without destroying his wrist, you need to check out my previous video where I deconstructed the Sinner Slingshot Forehand in full detail. I've linked it right here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to master the physics behind the pro game and level up your tennis IQ. I'm Farhan Wahed and I'll see you on the court. Class dismissed.